Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10, and we're just a couple days away from the Season 10B premiere. Very excited about it, but today we're going to be talking about a sneak peek we got as well as the opening minutes to Episode 9, and those are both real cool clips, and I'm very excited to talk about them. Before I do begin though, spoiler warning obviously in case you aren't caught up with The Walking Dead. If you're a fan of the show, be sure to subscribe because we're going to be making a lot of videos now since the season is back. Reviews, breakdowns, all that kind of stuff. So be sure to subscribe to be kept up to date with all new information we get for The Walking Dead. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so the opening minutes is great because it pretty much starts up where the cave is at, or where they ended up in episode 8, the characters in the cave. And we've known that this cave sequence is going to be a pretty big and vital moment, not only for this episode, but in terms of the Whisper world in general, because I don't think every character is going to survive. I think at least one character will die because, once these characters get out of the cave, they're going to want to go to war, and a character dying is going to even feel that even more than it already is. But on top of that, I think if everyone survives, Alpha's plan would just be a total waste of time. So I don't think everyone's gonna survive. We'll see what happens. Again, let me know who you think is gonna survive. But the opening minutes is the characters, looking around in the cave. They're all on guard because they're surrounded by walkers. And then Jerry says, "Hey guys, look." And then Carol, and I love the way they edited it. So Carol, we have the group all turn around, and it kind of just like fixates on Carol right smack dab in the middle, and then it cuts to Alpha, who's standing up here at the exit and just watching them, and then it kind of zooms in on Carol, zooms in on Alpha, and then Carol just lets out a big scream, obviously really pissed off. And honestly, after watching this this opening minutes, I kind of think it's so hard because I want to say Carol's gonna be the one to take down Alpha. She seems super pissed off, especially after watching this sneak peek. I even think that even more now because of first of all, Melissa McBride is a great actress because you can see all the anger in Carol, from this scream. So because of that reason, I have a feeling it's gonna be Carol because like all this stuff that Carol's doing, and then she's not even gonna want to take down Alpha. I don't know, that's why I kind of think it's gonna be Carol. But on top of that, Negan is spending a lot of time with her, and ironically, the sneak peek that I'm about to talk about in a few minutes is with Negan and Alpha. So that that's a very ironic two sneak peeks we have, one of Carol and one of Negan. But I've been asking you guys all, all throughout the break, what do you guys think? Who do you think is gonna take down Alpha? And it's sort of been like split. I've seen a lot of people say Carol. I've seen a lot of people say Negan. But again, let me know what you think. But after seeing the opening minutes, and that's this scream, and seeing how pissed off Carol is, I have a feeling it is gonna be Carol, but we'll see for sure in just a couple of weeks. And then after that, Alpha exits the scene and she goes outside, and we have a bunch of Whispers there. And Alpha tells the Whispers, "Don't let them leave," and just sort of drops the fire, and all the Whispers go towards the cave. So it's going to be interesting to see how they actually escape the cave, because we know they're going to escape. Like, if you've been watching the trailers and stuff, you've seen the group in other parts of the season, so obviously they're going to escape. But looking at this sneak peek, it looks like it's very far away to exit. But I think they're also going to be digging themselves out because of the trailers, and you see characters trying to like fit through like the dirt and stuff like that. And I think that's what they're going to try to do, just try to crawl their way out or something. But again, I'm also interested to see what these Whispers are going to do, because Alpha is telling them not to let them escape. Obviously they're going to escape. Alpha's not going to be happy about that. But it'll be interesting to see if like they're shooting bows and arrows at them. The Whispers are gonna have those, like, based on the trailers. So we'll see what they do to try to prevent them from escaping. But It looks to be a real cool sequence is all I gotta say. This whole escaping the cave thing, I'm excited about it. You guys let me know what you think about these opening minutes. But with that being said, we're gonna move on and talk about the sneak peek, which involves Alpha and Negan. Alright, so the sneak peek with Negan and Alpha takes place in the Whisperer community, and it's just them talking, but they say a lot of interesting stuff, especially Negan. And I wrote it down, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it for you guys. But basically, Negan says that I hear we're supposed to be keeping our eyes peeled for a spy, meaning that Alpha is suspicious about how the enemy knows stuff, and thinks there's a spy in her group. And like the same way she sent a spy over to Alexandria. But then Negan says that I have another theory. The spy is right here in your camp. So he's kind of suggesting that it's a Whisperer that's a spy, which he's not wrong, because Gamma's gonna be helping out the other community. And then after that, Alpha says that my people know the enemy have nothing to offer except lies. And it's kind of interesting how Alpha's like really wrong about her people. Like she's very powerful and a very strong person, but she really does not understand her people, because her people are not believing that her way. They're starting to believe that the other communities have a better way of life. Remember when they saw the hilltop and they were sort of jealous about how, or not jealous, but like, well, I guess you could use jealous, but they were saying that we saw how they were living crops and a good life. This isn't the only way. So Alpha really brainwashed them. And I guess Alpha still thinks that she has them around, wrapped around her finger. But that's going to also come back. And it's going to be interesting to see if, like, some of the Whisperers don't want to fight. And that would just, like, bite Alpha back. But we'll see, because the trailers make it seem like most of the Whisperers are fighting. But anyways, moving on. Negan then says, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But then he kind of relates with her and says, like, I believe it or not, I have been where you are right now. And if you don't want to end up where I am right now, I suggest you zig where I zag, meaning that he has dealt with a spy, savior spy, Dwight, and losing the Whisper War. So he is sort of helping Alpha, so we'll see how far that goes. But I do think Negan is playing her still. And then Alpha just says that you and I are very different. And then Negan says, like, I had people, I had a system and thought they believe in it, just like you. But then he said that, if you stay king or queen long enough, people will still, people keep telling you good stuff about you, but over time, you're going to learn that it's not true. Again, referring to how all the saviors believed in him and just, always complimented him and this and that. But then at the end, he was, by himself, and he learned the hard way that he was wrong. And then he continues by saying that, based on my own experience, look closer at home. So again, saying that Alpha should look around the community for the spy instead of thinking that they send over somebody as a spy. Negan also says something interesting at the end. He says, like, not the big guy, referring to Beta, but he says the little one, and he was referring to Magna. It says that she is close to you, so she knows where the Horde is, but she's close enough to the border that they got her. So in a way, Negan is right also. Well, they didn't really capture Gamma. Gamma, I think, came by herself and told them stuff, because we saw her at the gates and everyone surrounding her. So they didn't really, and the whole thing with Eren, how Eren, Eren helped Gamma, Gamma helped Eren. So he is right, though, that it is Gamma. So in a way, like, we know Negan isn't turning into a bad guy again. He's obviously, just trying to do what he has to do to survive. And that's exactly, I guess he's telling the truth, which is interesting. So we'll see if she believes him and starts looking after Gamma. But that kind of surprised me how he actually, told the truth. Well, again, I mean, technically he didn't really know the truth. He's just assuming it's Gamma. So I guess, you could say that he's smart. But, yeah, we'll see. Because there is going to... Gamma, I think, is going to be... there's no way Alpha and Beta are going to survive all-out war and go to the good side. But I do think some of the other Whisperers, including Gamma, will. So I am interested to see, more of the Whisperer dynamic, too. Because they have really... I love how they're... I love how we're really focusing on, you know, relationships within the Whispers also. So we're gonna see more of, you know, Gamma and Alpha stuff. So we'll see if Alpha questions her or what. But he is right that Gamma is technically a spy. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think Negan is smart, because nothing about this, like, Gamma is the spy, and if Alpha figures it out, then she's gonna trust Negan. And you know, we all know Beta doesn't trust Negan. Like, you know, Beta does not like Negan at all, but Alpha does, and Alpha is ultimately the leader, so it's her word over Beta's. And if she figures out that Gamma is a spy, and then she's gonna start believing Negan even more, and all this could lead to what we were talking about earlier, that Negan could have, Alpha just right there and there, and then just kill her because she isn't expecting it, because she trusts him so much. So we'll see if that happens. That's like the two highest possibilities to me, like either Negan, manipulating and tricking Alpha and then killing her, or it's gonna be Carol in the revenge form. So you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think is gonna happen, all your thoughts and opinions about these two sneak peeks. But yeah, those are the two sneak peeks we got. One was the opening minutes and then a sneak peek. But yeah, episode 9 and season 10B in general looks pretty exciting. So I am gonna wrap it up there for this video, however. So if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like rating. Again, let me know all your thoughts and opinions about the video in the comments down below. If you're a fan of the show, be sure to subscribe, because we'll be covering a lot of Walking Dead when the season picks back up. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.